question. I'm gonna shuffle these cards, and then I'm gonna deal them, and we're gonna see what's going on. And let me try to make this quick because we just came in from working out and got some other things to do. So, all right, let me make this bigger so I can see what's going on here. All right, here we go. So, I keep wanting to call y'all Capricorns. What is going on, Capricorns? You taking over for the 99 and the 2000s? Like, why do I keep saying Capricorn? So, Aquariuses, I got a question for you guys. Are there any Aquariuses out there who have a lot of energy? Like, if you pulled your birth chart and you know your chart, do you have like a lot of energy in Aries? Are there any Aquariuses out there that have a lot of energy in Aries in their chart? So maybe like a possible Aries rising, Aries, Mercury, Moon, Mars, Venus, Saturn, personal planets really I'm looking for. Not really concerned about the outer planets, but I'm just wondering, are there any Aquariuses out there who know Aquariuses, or you're an Aquarius yourself with a lot of energy in Aries in your chart? So at least a stellium, at least like 2-3 planets, and they have to be personal planets. So moon, rising, which the rising isn't a planet, but it's a very significant point. So moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, or Jupiter. I'm not really concerned about Jupiter, but I'd take to know if you had Jupiter in Aries too. And the reason why I asked that, well, first of all, if you're an Aquarius and that's the case, drop down, put your comments below, and tell me a little bit about it, or tell me like your read or what you think about people, any Aquariuses that you know that may have those placements. Because now maybe this has nothing to do with that, but I know an Aquarius who has a lot of their placements in Aries, and generally, like, I get along with Aquarius. This is not really an issue. We may be combative sometimes. It's two strong signs, and both can be bullies to a degree. Aquarius will never believe they're a bully, and I don't mean bully in a way as like they're bullies where they go around bullying people, but they can be the type to kind of, I don't want to call it bullying you, but I'll say more so dominating you. Like maybe they'll joke you really hard, or because they're very quick-witted, they may kind of play you in that sort of way. So not that they're like bullies always going around to fight. And in contrast, Aquarius is actually take up for a lot of people. But the dog has went like behind the sofa. I don't know what are you doing, girl? I don't know what she's doing behind there, but say hello. You want to say hello, babe? Ruby, say hey to all the Aquariuses out there. Say hey. Hey mama. Hey mama. That's my mama's. Yeah, my mama. She's a Leo. Ruby's a Leo. Say hey, Aquarius. Anyway, so like I said, on the contrary, they aren't bullies, but they can kind of make you feel bullied in a way, if you get what I'm saying. Not by trying to fight you, because that's not always an Aquarius's first. Aquarius is, a lot of Aquariuses, I notice they say fighting to like a last resort. If they have to fight you, they will. You know what I'm saying? There's a good chance they may whip your ass too. But they're not bullies in like a fighting way, but maybe they will mentally bully you because they might be able to outthink you, have quicker and smarter replies. But I know a Aquarius who has like, I mean, more than a stellium. I mean, their rising is Aries, Moon Aries, Mercury Aries, like just three, four things in Aries in their chart, and they are hell, man. Like they are. And I love them, and they could be funny, get along. I mean, have good times, laugh, and all of that. When I say they are hell, and I'm just wondering if I'm sure that has a big part to do with it, along with, you know, other things in their chart aspects and things like that, because everybody's different. But I'm just wondering, are there any Aquariuses out there who have or know Aquariuses with a lot of Aries energy? Which is very possible, because a lot of times, certain planets don't travel far from the sun. So, you know, your Mercury doesn't travel that far from the sun. Venus doesn't travel that far from the sun. Mars doesn't travel that far from the sun, but it could be a few signs ahead of, or behind. But a lot of times planets will be, other than the outer planets, a lot of times your personal planets aren't going to be more than like one or two, maybe three signs either ahead of or behind your zodiac sign. So say for instance, I'm just going to take for instance Taurus. Say you're a Taurus, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to have at least probably your Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn. Even Saturn takes a while, so you really can't say Saturn, but those personal planets, a lot of times you're going to find you have one or more in maybe Aries, might even have some in Aquarius, or you're going to have some things in either Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. It doesn't go so far, especially Venus and Mercury. They travel really close to the sun. So that's how somebody that's an Aquarius can have a lot of Aries planets and things like that. So that was 7 minutes. God, where does the time go? Time just seems, I believe the further we get into the universal spectrum of whatever this planet is, the time speeds up literally. But other than that, before we get into these readings, so I'm shuffling the cards and I'm going to lay them so I can kind of have a look at them. A lot of times I just go right in. I don't really observe what's on the table. And then when I end the reading and I'm still looking at the spread, I come up with other messages. So I just kind of want to take a look at the cards while I tell you about some of the planetary alignments this month. So I just want to talk about specifically for Aquarius. So I'm not going to go through all of the alignments. I'm just going to talk about some things that I think may be affecting you right now in your life, which would be where Saturn and Pluto are at right now. And this is really for Aquarius risings, but Aquarius suns and moons can find a lot of use in this too. So speaking from a point of Aquarius rising, having Aquarius on that first house, you guys are going to have the planets that are going on in Capricorn, which are Saturn and Pluto. You're going to have it in your 12th house. And then the North Node is in Cancer. So if that's your 12th, then Cancer would be your 6th house. So things going on with just your health, your lifestyle, your daily routines, and then a lot of things that are hidden that may be causing your undoing, or you may be bringing a lot of stress, or you guys may be thinking very deeply about the ways in which you all sabotage yourselves, because those things in the 12th house are hidden, and Saturn and Pluto are trying to destroy those hidden things about yourself, or those self-destructive patterns, and trying to get you to really understand and set a more stable place for yourself, a more stable life for yourself. So that would be Capricorn in your 12th house. So I think this is a really, even though we don't have a lot of planets in Aquarius right now, it's not a lot of stuff going on in Aquarius. That could be a really heavy transit to have Saturn and Pluto up there in the 12th house and the North Node in the 6th. And you see how that axis ties in together when it comes. It's like the daily things we do to ourselves and the service to others, and daily habits and routines and things of that nature. So that's really going to be playing a part in what's going on with Aquarius. And then we have Uranus, and the reason why I say that's heavy for Aquarius is not only because it's your 12th house, but because Saturn is your ruler. Saturn is your traditional ruler. So then you've got your ruler in your 12th, and it's just like a blind sight, but you're just trying to navigate it. So it can feel like you're trying to get in these things that are hitting you on a deep level, but it's hard for you to navigate it, and it's hard for you to even process and understand it sometimes and know what to do with it in reality, because again, that 12th house is the house of Pisces, the house of Neptune. It's like what's real, what's fake, what's reality, what do I need to change, what are you trying to show me? You get what I'm saying? So I can imagine it's going to be difficult with your ruler up in the 12th. And then in Taurus, which this is going to be squaring you, because all of the modalities, I guess they're called the modalities, I forget, but all of the fixed signs are going to be squaring or opposing each other. So if you've got Aquarius and then Uranus, which is your current day, your modern day ruler. You've got that in Taurus. So that's making a huge shift and change to your life. All of these realizations and what's happening in your 12th house, the Taurus, what's going on in Taurus is contributing to that. And your ruler being in Taurus, money, values. How do you value yourself? How do you value others? How do you show that value? What do you work hard for? Are you selfish? Are you giving? Like all of these things are coming, like your life purpose is probably coming into question right now, Aquarius. And for you, that Taurus is going to be your 4th house, I believe. Because wouldn't that make it a square? Let's see. Aquarius on the 1st, Pisces on the 2nd, Aries on the 3rd, Taurus on the 4th. Yeah, so that would be a square. And then, what's the other fixed signs? Everything is in Scorpio right now. So that's another square. Scorpio is going to be up on, your 10th house, and then you guys got Leo on the 7th. So it's a lot going on in Scorpio. You've got a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so it may be really deep shit coming out through communications and arguments and shit like that. And I can vouch that that's true for particular Aquarius, I know. But I think this is really going to take some changes and really changing the way you think about things, see things, treat people, treat yourself, and all of that kind of stuff, because this is more on the axis of your 12th house and what's hidden. Your 10th house, how people perceive you, how people see of you. Maybe you don't like the image, or you don't like how you are perceived by people. And then it's going to hit you in your family, with people who are close to you, with mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers, siblings. Even though siblings is more 3rd house, but 4th is family and home. So probably people that you're pretty close with. These are probably not going to be some of those friends that Aquariuses tend to keep, that's in the social circles. These are probably going to be more of those people you can't get rid of because they're tied to you by blood. So it's that kind of thing, Aquarius. So all I can really say, that was in reverse. I guess we're going to keep it in reverse. All I can really say for Aquarius is, ooh, and you know, it's always funny that no matter what I say coming into these readings, and no matter what, the cards always show what the truth is. Because now Rider-Waite cards, I take them in reverse. I read Rider-Waite in reverses. Every now and again, I'll read a Rider-Waite straight up if I really feel like it should have been straight up, or I came into the reading with the intent that I'm not going to do any reversals. Then if something comes in reverse, I'll read it right side up. But generally with Rider-Waite cards, I read them in reverse. And all of your cards are in reverse. And I just talked about the difficulties and the things that are going on with you this month, Aquarius. So that's just really crazy to me. I didn't get, and I gave you 4. I was going to do 3 because I wanted to make it quick. But I said, let me get one more because I'm hoping it's going to be upright and it's in reverse. So again, not getting opportunities, negative communication, not moving ahead in your life. Like I really could sum this up. I know I wanted to make it seem quick, and I don't want to seem like I'm rushing through your reading, Aquarius, because we just came from working out. We got some other things to do. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm rushing your reading, but sometimes, I mean, it doesn't take a long, drawn-out 3-hour reading. It really, sometimes the cards are really straight and to the point. And I just see that whatever you are looking for in your life, so whatever attention, whatever you feel like you deserve, Aquarius, you feel like it's not coming. And it's probably speaking to some difficulty in relationship, some difficulty with your money, some difficulty with your communication, and some difficulty moving ahead. So you guys can't seem to see a ship sailing. But what have you put in? Have you put in the hard work? Have you really done some things to solidify a really good future, or for some really good things to come into your life? You can't expect your ships to come in if you didn't put anything in motion and for them to sail in the first place. So if you're feeling unfulfilled, if you're feeling like you don't know your path, you don't know your destiny, you don't know what's meant for you, then that's some of the blocks that you're having. And that may be the key word for this reading, is just blocks. I feel like Aquarius are having blocks, and it's nothing you can't get over. Of course, it's nothing you can't get over, but it's going to take you to be an Aquarius and think outside the box. What I found with Aquarius is, and I've said this in videos, so every sign has what they're supposed to be known for, right? Like Cancer's emotional, and we're in our shell, and we're the mothers of the zodiac. Pisces is spiritual and all open-minded. Aquariuses are forward thinkers, fast in thought. Libras are all about balance. those things that they use to describe the signs, like those main traits, so like traits you may see on the zodiac card, as you see the Sagittarius having temperance, and giving and fulfilling and taking and all of that stuff. You see Libra with the scales of balance, the justice, the right side of things, the fair decision of things. What I find a lot of times is the one thing that represents the sign is usually what they have a hard time with. A lot of times Libras can be too balanced. You can be too wanting to see, which reminds me of Aquarius a little bit. A friend and I always say, and it's funny because I had this meme that describes it really good, because it was a picture, and I think it was from like King of the Hill was the picture in the meme, and they were sitting down having breakfast, and it was saying something like this is how an Aquarius does or whatever. So the host was saying like, oh, we got pancakes, French toast, all of this stuff. What would you like? And Aquarius says something totally different that was not on the menu. Like they always, if it's, and that a lot of times is what I get from their Uranus. It's like they go against the grain a lot. Aquarius is not very agreeable. If you've got hamburgers and hot dogs, Aquarius wants a fucking steak. If you've got steak and shrimp, Aquarius wants a fucking hot dog. You know what I mean? And that's just their nature. So I don't take any offense by that. But a lot, and like I was getting back to saying about Libra, a lot of times Libras want to be on two sides of an issue, don't want to pick a side, always want to have an antagonistic point of view, always want to offer another frame of mind, don't want to agree with your ass. You know what I'm saying? They want to see everybody's point of view. See, sometimes what your sign represents, if you do not truly know how to utilize that energy in a positive way, is typically can be your downfall. So the same thing that a sign represents that's supposed to make them great and unique is the same energy that can end up being their downfall if they have not known and understood how to incorporate the energies of the other 11 zodiac signs into theirs. Okay, because we're not the only ones on this planet. Your zodiac sign isn't the only one. You have to function within a 360-degree wheel of all different kinds of people and things like that. So I'm saying that to say, I feel like there are blocks. Blocks is a good word to use this month for Aquarius, because it just seems like it's blocks. Blocks with money, blocks with the communication. I told you there may be some negative communication, some arguments, and I can second that because I'm going to leave it at that. I can second that. So information or something you thought was coming isn't coming. Maybe you are not moving ahead with a lover because you guys are not on the same page, and you guys could be dealing with earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgos, and you also could be dealing with the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. That could be it too. But I feel like there's some issues on the job. I feel like an opportunity or money isn't coming in. But I feel like if everything is good with work, Aquarius, I feel like this has more to do with life purposes. Where am I going from here? What is next in my life? When am I going to get that next big opportunity and big break? Why aren't things moving for me in the direction? Why is it like the same old thing day in and day out? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a lack. So even though cards on the table could be talking about money, opportunity, work, security, and things like that, I feel like it's an internal thing more so with you guys, Aquarius. And there's an internal lack, and not until you fix that are you going to see external fulfillment come to a person with internal lack, if that makes any sense. And things could be in disarray. I see disarray too. So Aquarius, you guys may need to clean up, tidy up, clear your mind. If you are used to doing like progressive things like yoga, chakra balance, and chakra clearing, you may need some of that kind of energy. Or you may just need to relax. There may be some Aquariuses that are down and depressed, but I really feel like there are some Aquariuses that this ties into your purpose, what you do for work, your job. I just said you might need quiet time and relax, and then we get quiet retreat. Your job, the people around you. Maybe you need to get out into nature too. That could be another way. If you guys like nature walks, hiking, I think Aquariuses raise a promotion. Guys, I always say on every reading, I can't make this shit up. You see me sitting here shuffling these cards. I can't make this shit come out to what I'm saying. It just does. You know, y'all should be used to that by now. It just does. And maybe you need that raise of promotion because there's a lack of money. But what that card could also be saying is maybe a raise or a promotion didn't come through for you. Maybe you were looking for another job. Maybe you were looking for something and it didn't come through. But just know there is a possibility, because at the end of the day, none of these cards that came out in reverse are major arcanas. This is something that may be plaguing you, or this may be a difficult time you're going through, but this too shall pass. If one opportunity did not work out for you, if you don't feel like you're making a lot of money, if you aren't communicating with a partner or a spouse, or somebody you're dating good, if that's not going on and you feel like you're not getting ahead and things are setting you back and it's got you feeling kind of stuck or trapped, just know these aren't things that you can't get over. Maybe 4 months time, next year, when you get some more things moving closer to your sign and some more action and planetary things happening in Aquarius and your opposite Leo, maybe you'll see things start to move ahead and start to change in your life. But if it's a funk, I don't think the funk is going to last forever, Aquarius. As you may find yourself in and out of a funk. But I feel like if you work hard, you have to work hard. You're not Sagittarius and Pisces. It ain't just going to come to you. Jupiter is not your ruler unless you got Jupiter heavy in your chart. Because even though it might not be your ruler, you might have a lot of aspects and stuff to give a lot of points to Jupiter, and Jupiter may be a dominant in your chart. I can't say that. But technically, I'm just saying Jupiter on Sagittarius and then on Pisces, sometimes they just luck up and find good situations because of that Jupiter. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes it expands their negative traits and aspects. But I'm just saying that to say you ain't Sagittarius and Jupiter ain't your ruler. So you got to work hard and you got to put the effort in, Aquarius. I know you like things to come to you easy. I know you like other people to offer things to you, to do things for you. You want somebody else who's got some good money to take care of you or help you when you need it. Because Aquariuses are independent. They want to do their own things. But Aquarius is not above being taken care of or having somebody with some money to contribute to their expensive shopping habits, okay? Aquarius is not above it. And if that's just not happening right now, Aquarius, is if you want to change your life, you need to first retreat, relax, get your mind right, get back into some of your circles where you do yoga, bonding with people and things like that. You probably need to spend some time outside in nature. It's funny because I said there was some Taurus, Capricorn, there's earth energy in your spread. 2 of the cards, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, are earth sign cards. And then you got bountiful nature. So something with earth signs, something with nature. What's the last earth sign that's coming up? Have we gotten through all the earth signs this year? Capricorn season is coming up. So maybe you'll feel a shift in Capricorn season in January. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe a person that can help you get through what you're going through. And maybe you will find your blessings or your retreat with a earth sign person or someone to help you in your life, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. If not, get into nature, get outside more is what it's saying, Aquarius. Do not close up in your hole. Yes, you need to take a step back, but I think this retreat is more about taking a step back from negative thoughts, negative self-perception, maybe looking at some of this social media and reflecting it back to yourself. And that's the only issue with social media, because we'll reflect that energy back on ourselves, like, oh, why am I not doing that good? Why am I not in this position? Why am I not in that position? Why am I not, in this place or at this place? So, that's where social media gets bad. It's great looking at other people's lives and seeing what's going on, but when you start judging yourself according to what you see on social media, that's where it goes all bad, Aquarius. All right, I gotta wrap this up. Yup. It's funny, all these cards in the deck, and when it's meant to be, the same ones that come out, because that's what it means to be meant to be for you. And I feel like I'm going to talk to you about something before I end this, Aquarius. I'm going to give you some real good life advice that I notice a lot of Aquariuses could use. And this is just from me personally, having had several Aquarius friends. My best friend in life was an Aquarius, and I didn't know that till years later. I have a rocky relationship. One Aquarius in my life I have a rocky relationship with. Other Aquariuses, love them to death. Like, one of my best cousins in the world is an Aquarius, and I just Aquarius men, I love them. Like, funny, just good people, right? I love Aquarius women too. I've had several really close friends that have been Aquarius. My first best friend ever was an Aquarius, but I had like a rocky relationship with one Aquarius in my life. And I'm going to give you some advice just from what I observed that Aquariuses tend to do sometimes that may help you, and it may help you with what you're going through now. So the cards, I got realization. Realization, when I was telling you, I told you you're going to be realizing some things, because that 12th house ain't no motherfucking joke, okay? If you got Saturn and Pluto, you got it up there in your 12th, even if you're not an Aquarius rising, you get what I'm saying? You just got to look at the aspects of where Capricorn is in your chart, what your ruler is doing over there in Capricorn. And in any event, I don't give a damn where you got it at. It's in there with Pluto. So you're going to go through some shit, and you're going to be thinking about some stuff. But for Aries, Aquarius rising, and Sun, Moon, that 12th house, that realization, you are going through some things where you realize things. And I think Aquarius is, you guys may be really thinking about making some changes, because I got the surrender card. Just, there are things, Aquarius, that you will never change about people. You may be geniuses, you may see things before a person ever realizes it, but you are here to live your life and help people with your forward thinking ideas and your ability to think quick and relate to people. You are here to help people get ahead on their path and their journey, not yours. So you can't change people to think like you think, to do what you think they should do, to be who you think they are. You can only be there to talk to people, to advise people, and to respect people's differences. Because I find sometimes Aquarius is really strong. Aquarius is a very headstrong energy. A lot of times they might want to change people, and it may not be out of maliciousness or harm. It's just that they see a better way to do things. They're like, dang, why doesn't this person think like this or think like that? Aquarius is a sign that's very like, look, you got to be on my wavelength. If you don't think like this, or you're not doing something like this, then what you're doing is wrong. You get what I'm saying? Or you're not good, or as good as me, or you're not, you know, you're not smart, or just things like that. Like, if you're not on that wavelength that Aquarius is on, a lot of times they can discount other people for that. But I think a big lesson for Aquarius is to learn, and what you may be going through is, you're not the only person in this world. Your perspective is not the, even if you're always right. If people don't want to see that, they will never see it. So you have to learn how to operate and be comfortable in knowing the knowledge that you know, knowing the things that you know. I think my incense lit my sage. I don't know what's going on over there with that incense and sage. But anyway, knowing what you know, feeling confident in what you know, and being there to help people when they need you, and talk to people when they need you, but not necessarily to be very judgmental, or because other people don't do the things the way you do them, or think the way you think. And that's where this card is very important. I think Aquarius is, you guys may be learning a lot about values. Okay, I find that all signs are the same. We all have similar traits, and we do the same shit. We just do it in different ways. So a water sign may do something a little different. So a water sign may be controlling, and say a fixed sign may be controlling. A fixed sign, that's not a water sign. But the way you do the way you exert that control may be in different ways according to the nature of your sign. And I think that Aquarius is a good thing for you, is drawing boundaries, drawing mental boundaries, physical boundaries, not crossing other folks' boundaries if you don't want your boundaries crossed. I think sometimes, Aquarius, it may be a little hard for you to look in that mirror and see how other people feel about things, and how your actions and your words, your harsh words sometimes affect other people. But one thing I notice about Aquarius is, and this is not for all of you guys, because some of you guys may operate from a very high perspective. You may be spiritual, you may be operating from the higher end of the Aquarius. But what I notice about Aquarius, as well as some other signs, like me, I'm a Cancer. I'm a sign where I feel like I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I know who I am. If I don't know something about myself, I'm getting to know it. But I've had a realization since a very early age. I'm me. I'm always going to be me. The way somebody else may be great. They may look better than me, got a better body than me. They may be smarter than me. But to me, I'm always going to be the best, because I respect who I am. The difference is about me versus other people. So I'm a pretty chill person. You might can talk slick and do certain things and get away with a lot of certain comments, because also as a Cancer, I don't take a lot of stuff seriously, you know what I mean, which is probably bad in some aspects, but you can't really get a rise out of me on a lot of different levels, because I realize life is short. We here today, gone tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of shit you just got to let go, and you really can't take it to heart. So a lot of times more boisterous signs, like say maybe an air sign, your Gemini, Libra, and Aquariuses, or maybe your fire, or your fire signs or something like that, or even earth signs. But I noticed that it happens with me more than with air signs. So they may be able to get more rowdy, or come out of their mouth and say, even if it's true, just be a little bit more blunt with you, and things like that, right? A little bit more verbally aggressive and mentally aggressive. And as a Cancer, I kind of stay in my shell. And then you'll get me one time when you say something out the side of your neck, and then you just catch a whole fury of cuss out that you can't even handle, and here you are, this big bad, whatever sign you are, because you guys show a lot of these signs, they want to show how they big and bad, and they want to show their mental agility, and they want to show their physical agility, while a lot of signs is just chill. We ain't gonna bring it to you unless you bring it to us, and then when we bring it to you, you can't handle it, and then it's like we're wrong and you're the victim. And I find, and I don't know if this is a particular Aquarius, but I find that Aquariuses do that sometimes. Some Aquariuses, you can dish out stuff, but then when the tables are turned, you can't take it, and you become the victim. And if you keep your boundaries and not think that you can cross them with people, they won't cross yours. And maybe that's some of the things that are going on this month, Aquarius, that you're sitting with. Maybe you're looking back at certain friendships that you had that no longer are, at where you are at in your life, and just how things are happening in your life regards to your stability, your money. And when I say stability, that's not just money. That's stability in your relationships, stability in your friendships. Just how stable are you, period. For air signs, a lot of times things change because they're like the air. They move about. They may change locations. They may have an easier time letting go of some of the more tangible earth-like things. But at the same time, there are certain things that are just constants. You need good people in your life. You need good friends. You need good family. But do you find boundaries often getting crossed, and you have to question those friendships and those people in your life? Let me know, Aquariuses. If that's not all going on for you, and it's not deep stuff like that, which I think it is, then for you other Aquariuses, it's just knowing your next move, trying to figure out if a certain opportunity is good for you. Maybe you're applying for jobs, and the first offer you got may not be good, but there will be another one coming up where you will get that promotion or that raise. I think you guys just need to take a break, rethink your plan, reevaluate your plan, and come back better than ever. And you need to use that Saturnian, I don't know how you say it, and Uranian energy to get you where you need to be. Really look at yourself. If you're not into astrology, study Aquarius, study Saturn, study Uranus, and you could use those tools to get you where you want to be if you're feeling stuck or like you have a block, Aquarius. So that's all I gotta say. Damn. Visit earthskystar.com, shop with me, get all of your spiritual needs and all of that good stuff with me. Get readings if you want readings. Put a comment below, Aquariuses. Let me know what you're going through. If you know an Aquarius with a lot of Aries energy, if they fucking batshit crazy like I think. And just give me some feedback. I just want Aquariuses to stay solid, to know that you have the ability to overcome any blocks that you are going through at this time, and things will get better in the beginning of the year. So we'll come back, we'll revisit what's going on next month in December with you, Aquariuses, and I wish you absolutely the best. I definitely have love for Aquariuses, and I want to always see them do well and shine and get the best out of life. Love you guys. Madam X, Frequency Real Radio, I'm out.